This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Chambersburg Trojans basketball on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight from Chambersburg Area Senior High School, it's the Chambersburg Trojans and Harrisburg Cougars. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Klein along with Mike Berger. Thanks for joining us tonight for this early season G Commonwealth matchup. And tonight's broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And by Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent. Chambersburg coming off of a victory over Central Dauphin by a score of 48-40 on Friday night, and that moved the Chambersburg Trojans record to 3 wins and 1 losses. Meanwhile, the Harrisburg Cougars undefeated on the year. The Cougars have defeated Mifflin County 84-41, Cumberland Valley 56-51, and Martin Luther King 61-54. Chambersburg started their season with a 58-53 win in the Franklin County tip-off tournament against James Buchanan, and then defeated Greencastle 51-41 before losing to Cumberland Valley 57-54, and then that 8-point victory against Central Dauphin on Friday night. So it really has been, Mike, a good start to the season for the Chambersburg Trojans.
Yeah, and last Tuesday night at Cumberland Valley, they had a chance to win that game. And we'd be talking about a really excellent start for the Trojans. But I like the way the Trojans have looked thus far early in the season. They are mixing the guys up, getting fresh legs there every couple minutes with guys that are also freshmen, the likes of Tyler Collier, 6'6" freshman. He's a good guy for the future. And last game this past Friday, they were dealing with a lull as far as Central Dauphin, the offense, taking 2-3 minutes with their possessions, just really getting everybody asleep. And then the Trojans took a timeout there midway in the second quarter and got things really going, got the crowd into it, kind of did a fast break opportunities, was hitting some shots from the outside. And the key for the Trojans was the free throws. They're a very good free throw shooting team. And really, their free throws is what got them the victory against Central Dauphin here at Chambersburg High School last Friday night.
Well, Chambersburg is shooting 62% for the season from the free throw line, but they have a couple of guys, Sean Mincy, who's hit 88% of his shots this year, and also 80% from Jacob Browse and 83% from Cole Christian. So that does go a long, long way, Mike.
Yeah,
when you make those foul shots, it's a difference.
Yeah, Mincy, he had 8 of 8 there in the stretch there in the fourth quarter. So for the Trojans, like you said, this is a key matchup early on. We're not even Christmas yet, and they're playing Harrisburg, a team that, it's always one of those top echelon teams in the Commonwealth. And then you have the likes of Carlisle, and you're saying one of the scores, he beat Mifflin County with 80 points.
87, yeah.
Carlisle beat them, had 90 points in their game. So, I mean, you got some teams, even though they played Mifflin County, these guys can score. And then you said the score from the Friday night win. It was a low-scoring contest. With Harrisburg, it's up and down the court, and you're going to have to score some points against this tough team. Well,
Mifflin County, it must be like football, Mike. They're giving up a lot of points, 84 to Harrisburg and 90 plus to Carlisle. But should shape up to be an interesting year. Not surprising early on, Harrisburg undefeated in that familiar perch atop the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. And we will be back with more of the Antrim Insurance pregame show after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarasusa Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans basketball on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein along with Mike Berger back at Chambersburg Area Senior High School, where the Trojans getting set to square off against their arch rival, the Harrisburg Cougars. Many memorable games over the years between these two teams, Chambersburg and Harrisburg, dating all the way back into the 1980s. It's been a great rivalry, and you mentioned how years ago you couldn't even get inside the gym to see this unless you were there a few hours prior to tip-off.
Yeah, I mean, you had to buy tickets in advance, and the students were all, they stuffed them in the old stage. They were all lined up in the stage, 20, 30 deep, so, everybody else could fill into the stands. But, I mean, it's a much bigger gym now, of course.
Yeah.
That is during the week. It's a Tuesday night. People are still shopping, getting ready for the holidays. But, it's I don't know, it's kind of like it's a bigger arena, so we'll see how the crowd does. I know Friday night against Central Dauphin, they had the band here, and they were hopping. I mean, they were banging the drum. They were really getting people into the game, so that's what the Trojans need. They need to make this a six-man type of atmosphere. They have a great start to this season. They need to keep it up, and it helps when you have the home crowd behind you.
Yeah, it sure does, and we are going to be getting the playing of our national anthem here at Chambersburg Area Senior High School. The singing of our national anthem here at Chambersburg Area Senior High School. And we'll get the introductions of the starting lineups.
First for the Harrisburg Cougars, number 11, Nazir Johnson. Number 3, Chris Whitaker. The guard, number 4, Christian Ray. Number 5, Shaquan Anderson Butts. We heard his name a lot during the football season. And number 15, Anthony Johnson. For the Chambersburg Trojans, the junior 6'1", Cole Christian, number 5. Jacob Rouse, the 6-foot junior, wearing number 11. Cade Whitfield, the 6'1" junior, wearing number 22. John Shupp, the 6'1" senior, number 23. And by Sean Mincy, the 5'11" junior, wearing number 24.
And the starting lineups being introduced right now to the crowd here at Chambersburg Area Senior High School. And today's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. These two head coaches have squared off many times over the years. Sean Scheffler and the veteran coach of the Harrisburg Cougars, Kirk Smallwood. And as we said, it's been a great series. Chambersburg has had their moments over the years and some big victories. And I guess one of the biggest in recent memory anyway was the District 3 championship 3 years ago at the Giant Center in Hershey when Chambersburg went on to win that district championship.
Yeah, that was a great day. We were there. We did the game at the Giant Center Saturday afternoon, and it was back and forth. And the Trojans, they had a great squad that year, and they made it past there and got into the States. They played one game in the States during that season.
And Sean Scheffler back for his second year as the head coach of the Chambersburg Trojans, his 17th overall, and he comes in with a record of 249 and 164 and a 603 winning percentage in his career. And that says something when you're playing in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth night in and night out. Last year, the Trojans 8-14 in Sean's first year back, but they're approaching 50% of that win total already from last year, Mike. 3 of them in the books for the Trojans. They come in at 3-1, and here is the opening tip, and it's going to be controlled by the Harrisburg Cougars. And with the ball for the Cougars, that is Nazir Johnson on your screen. And it's Johnson. He takes it underneath, and the shot is up and no good from Anthony Johnson. And the pass the other way to the basket. Layup is going to miss for Cole Christian. Chambersburg with the rebound. Top of the circle. Three-pointer is good as it goes down for John Shupp. His 5th 3 of the year, and Chambersburg draws first blood. They lead it 3-0.
Yeah, great start by Chambersburg. Shupp had 2 3-pointers in a Friday night victory.
And from outside, that is a 2-pointer from number 4, Christian Ray. And it is, or a 3-pointer, 3-3. He was out beyond the 3-point line, so we are tied with the Chiefs exchanging threes. Chambersburg at the other end. Cole Christian misses his. Harrisburg takes it the other way to the basket. Layup misses. Chambersburg is going to come down with the rebound. That is Mitzi. Now the pass down underneath, and the shot is no good. Knocked away, no whistle, as Whitfield was not able to get it. And getting in trouble on the sidelines, that's Cole Christian. And it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, triple team the Harrisburg Cougars, showing that smothering defense. And like you said, we got a new squad this year, already getting up in the wins column. Folks like Jacob Browse, you didn't hear his name last year, and Cade Whitfield having a strong start to the season.
And underneath, and that shot is off the glass, no good. Kind of expected it from Whitfield because he looked good last year, when he came up from JV. And there's the shot that is good. That goes in for Chris Whitaker, and the Cougars have a 5-3 lead with 6:16 to go in quarter number 1 from Cassius, the Chambersburg Trojans, and Harrisburg Cougars. And the ball thrown over to the right side. And now the bounce pass comes in to Shupp, and the ball taken away. The Cougars will take it to the other end, and the underhanded layup is good. And that was number 4, Christian Ray. He now has 5 points. And the Cougars have 7 on the board and take that 7-3 lead. Timeout on the court, Chambersburg, with the score Harrisburg 7, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And the pass going down to Christian, and now back out it comes. And with the basketball is Jacob Browse, and there's the pass. And to the basket, the layup is no good. Chambersburg does come away with the rebound from the corner. It is a three-pointer for the Chambersburg Trojans, number 22, Cade Whitfield.
Yeah, good movement of the basketball, but the Trojans find somebody open, and Whitfield able to bury it from the far right side as now quickly the Trojans foul. And for the Trojans, they got to watch the big guy. Number 15, if you're watching it tonight, Anthony Johnson, 6'7" senior. And if you're watching on the screen, he is big and outmatching the Trojans there, but an offensive foul.
And that will turn it back over to the Trojans. And that is the second foul on the Cougars. And it's going to be on Anthony Johnson. And that is Anthony's second.
Yeah, they would love to get him in foul trouble.
Johnson averaging 16.3 a game. Mincy to the basket, and the Cougars take it away and take it the other way. They're going left to right in the first half, and we have a whistle underneath.
Gary, total opposite of Friday night's contest. Central Dauphin go past the timeline, pass the ball for over a minute, and then decide to shoot. Harrisburg, totally different team. They want to go, and they want to go. They want to shoot the basketball and get contact.
Well, I don't think you'll see the Cougars trying to slow anything down.
No, their favorite dwarf is not sleepy, that's for sure.
Yeah. And here come the Trojans with the basketball, down by one. Chance to take the lead on this possession. And over it comes, top of the circle, and travel is called. Harrisburg basketball.
Yeah, Trojans got to limit those turnovers against this up-and-running team. Trojans only took 26 shots that whole game against Friday night.
And now the fadeaway is no good. Rebound comes down to the Chambersburg Trojans. And still another chance for the Trojans to get the lead. It's going to go to Harrisburg as Chambersburg stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, the Harrisburg Cougars, they want to take advantage of these turnovers early on, but Chambersburg only up by 1 point.
And here's the Cougars. Yeah, still a 1-point ball game. And there's the jumper. It's off the back of the glass. No good. And out of bounds. It'll be Chambersburg basketball. And here's the pass in to the Trojans as they try to break it across midcourt. And coming down, no call. And the jumper by the Trojans off the back of the glass, no good. And out it comes Christian, and Christian will get it again, put it up from three-point land, and he's got it. The third three of the night for the Chambersburg Trojans. And for Cole Christian, that's his 9th three-pointer of the season. The other way, the Cougars. And number 5 answers with, that is Shakan Anderson Butts, their second three of the night.
Either thrive with the three or die with the three. Both teams going back and forth.
And Harrisburg, through the early part of the season, had not had that many three-pointers on the year. Chambersburg had doubled them in 3 points. And here's the shot up off the glass, no good. And the rebound coming down to the Cougars. The other way, the layup, the two-pointer is good. And that is Chris Whitaker. And it's back to Chambersburg Trojans basketball.
Cade Brendel now in for the Trojans.
And off the side of the rim, no good. Follow-up there is no good. Rebound coming of the way of the Cougars as they take it their way with a 12-9 lead. And the ball is knocked away. Chambersburg basketball. Chance to cut it or tie it right here. They do neither with that shot. A rebound and a foul that is going to come on the Cougars.
Yeah, it's good. Jacob Browse, good hustle by him. Saw the transition. 3-on-1 fast break, got contact. He'll go to the free throw line.
Jacob Browse, 6 of 8 from the charity stripe this year. So this is Browse. And the first one is good. That'll cut it to 2 at 12-10.
And number 15, Tyler Collier, coming in for the Trojans. 6'6" freshman, has height. Good matchup against Anthony Johnson when he's in the contest. He's on the bench with 2 quick fouls.
And the second shot is up and in. And the Trojans cut it to 1 at 12-11. Fast pace, a lot of scoring in the first quarter, and there's the charge. Chambersburg basketball. And that's going to be the 15th foul on the Cougars and the first of the night on Shakan Anderson Butler. Timeout on the court. The Trojans have cut it to 1 at 12-11 with 2:21 to go in the first quarter. In 1 year, Waste Management managed enough recycled material to fill the Empire State Building 27.2 times. With experience like that, we are bound to have a program that can help your business recycle. Talk to Waste Management or visit www.wm.com today.
Yeah, early on, Trojans only down by 1, sticking tough with the Cougars. And the Cougars with 5 team fouls. Trojans with just 2, and the big 2 fouls on Anthony Johnson. Trojans been hot from three-point land as well.
And here come the Trojans, and they lose the basketball. The Cougars have it back, and they're going to get an easy bucket there from Tony James.
Trojans had a hard time with the full court pressure in Friday night's game.
And now they take it their way underneath, and that should be a foul, and it's going to be on the Cougars, number 14, Yamar Wilkerson.
The Trojans, good ball movement, mixing it up, shooting from the outside, looking inside. That way, Cade Brendel was there waiting for the basketball, getting contact. The sophomore will be shooting too.
And this will be Jacob Browse at the foul line for Chambersburg, and his first one is no good. And this is Browse again with his second one. And that one is up, and he's got that one. He's 3 out of 4 from the line. And the Trojans are within 2 at 14-12 as we get inside the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. And Harrisburg working the ball with Nazir Johnson. And now the Trojans take it away, and there's the pass to the basket. The shot is no good, but they draw the foul. It'll send Bashan Mincy to the line.
Good job by Cade Brendel, number 14. He got the steal. He fed it down court to Mincy. That's what you got to do. Get contact against this Harrisburg Cougars. They're a very aggressive team. They got 17 fouls. Mincy at the line.
And that one is good. He's now 23 of 26 from the line on the year. And Bashan Mincy.
That's unheard of for high school players.
Unbelievable. And the next one does roll out. So he does miss one once in a while. And it's down to an 18-14 game. And the jumper from outside is good. It's a three-pointer. And it goes in for number 3, Chris Whitaker. His second 3 of the night. Trojans break out of the full court pressure to the basket, and it is going to be another foul on the Harrisburg Cougars.
Yeah,
underneath.
It was very close. Kirk Smallwood not liking that call, sliding left to right there along the bench. As Jacob Browse, these guys are small. Jacob Browse, barely 6 foot. He's going strong to the hole, not worried about the height, getting contact and getting to the free throw line.
And it'll be Browse with a 2-shot foul. And the Trojans are already in the bonus, and the first one is good. With a minute 19 in the first quarter, Trojans in the bonus. So 8 fouls for Harrisburg, only 2 for the Trojans. And this is Browse's second shot. It's good. He's 5 of 6 from the line.
And that could be huge for Chambersburg. It's a big strength for them at Mid-Penn Commonwealth, shooting these free throws. Very successful.
And there's the shot that is no good. The Trojans are 6 of 7 from the line so far tonight. And a loose basketball is going to be picked up finally by the Trojans, Bashan Mincy. And Mincy getting some double coverage, tries to get the pass off. It's out of bounds. Kirk Smallwood signals Harrisburg basketball, and it looks like he's right.
Yeah, he got the call, and the officials agreed with him. And only Achilles' heel for the Trojans in this first quarter has been turnovers.
And this is Jabari Tate as he gets it across midcourt, and Tate. And back over it comes, and from the foul line, the jumper is off the back of the glass, and a whistle to go with it.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul on Collier, boxing out there, getting contact. A little bit of a shove. It'll be only the 13th foul for the Trojans.
Harrisburg will get another shot at the basket. And there's the baseline jumper. No. Follow up. No. And the ball out of bounds, and it was out on Harrisburg. Chambersburg basketball.
Chambersburg doing a good job crashing the boards, making the Harrisburg Cougars earn those baskets. Off for two couple offensive rebound misses, Trojans able to get the ball.
And here's the Trojans working the basketball. It comes down to Bashan Mincy. And Mincy, he'll work it back out to Evan Scheffler. And Scheffler has the ball knocked away, and he immediately fouls number 3, Chris Whitaker.
And it's an intentional foul. That's an intentional foul, meaning 2 free throws plus ball. Is
plus
that correct?
The ball. That is correct. And it was a 1-point ball game at 16-15. And that's not something you wanted to see in that situation by any stretch, Mike. Whitaker's got his first one. The Cougars stretch their lead to 2 and to 3. And they also have the basketball. You could, in essence, turn this into a 5-point play with the 2 foul shots in the ball.
Or 6.
And there's the shot at the buzzer. It's no good. And that's the way the first quarter comes to an end with the score. The Harrisburg Cougars 18, Chambersburg 15. This is the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And the Trojans missing the shot underneath as the Cougars take it back their way to start the second quarter. The ball in the 3-point lead. This is Quentin Flemister. And Flemister will get it to Whitaker. And now top of the circle, 3-point attempt is no good for Flemister. And the rebound comes down to the Trojans, and Kirk Smallwood has been using his bench quite a bit here in the through the first quarter and early seconds of the second quarter. And there's a 3-pointer outside, wide open, but the shot misses for Cole Christian. And the Cougars to the other end, and that shot is no good. And the rebound comes down the way of the Chambersburg Trojans. And it'll be the Trojans, and the bounce pass underneath, and the foul is going to be called.
Yeah, just like more and more way Whitfield plays with the game. He's getting contact there. He knew he was going to get double teamed, made a little pivot move. Just raised his arms up in the air to get the contact, and the Cougars have 9 team fouls at the 6:55 mark. And another great free throw shooter Trojans have as he drains the first one.
That is Cade Whitfield, as he's got the first one.
And you said about Kirk Smallwood using his bench. I mean, they're all getting in foul trouble. That's number 3 for number 11, Elijah Barrett.
And the second one is no good. Trojans rebounded. Christian underneath. Yes, it's good. For the 2-pointer, that is Cole Christian. And Mike, That's Trojans' first two-pointer of the night. At the 6:42 mark, they have 3 threes and a bunch of fouls.
Yeah, a bunch of free throws.
And there is the rebound coming down to the Trojans. Mincy underneath, no good. Follow-up right there. Good play right behind him, number 21, Evan Scheffler.
Yeah, you just got to love the way the Trojans are playing right now. Total team game. And a quick foul by the Trojans, by Scheffler.
I mean, you have to like what you've seen from the Trojans so far this season.
It's been a total team game. That's what's making them different from last year. I mean, they're relying on each other, and you don't see last year. Remember, it was Christian shooting threes. Just trying to get the team back in the game. Now everybody's mixing it up.
Well, you have Bashan Mincy. He came up late in the year. He leads the team in scoring with 13.2 points. Underneath, layup is good. And that goes down for Tony James. Also, Cade Whitfield at 9.5 points. They gained valuable experience in the second half last year. And there's the bounce pass underneath, and it's like the lid went on the basket there. It just rolled out for Whitfield the other way, and this one is good for the Cougars.
Chris Whitaker again, he has 10 points.
And now the Trojans, it's a 22-20 Harrisburg lead, and the ball slapped away. Trojans will have it back, chance to tie it or go ahead underneath, and good move as it's good for Cade Whitfield. He now has 6, and we're tied up again. And it's going to be Chambersburg basketball.
And great job by Cade Brindle. He's been in the match with both defense and offense. Brindle with the nice pass to Whitfield to get the easy 2, and Brindle there with a nice move to get the offensive foul by Harrisburg. And there's another player, Gary, Cade Brindle. I mean, it's just a lot of new faces here that's really helped the Trojans, and we got a timeout.
And Jabari Tate with his second foul of the night. And the 10th Cougar foul already, and we still have most of the second quarter to go at 5:13 remaining in quarter number 2. This broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with the F&M Trust Home Equity Line of Credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust's special introductory offer, visit a community office or fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
The Trojans had to be happy. Tied score here, 5:13 to go in the second.
We're deadlocked at 22. It's been nip and tuck the whole way. I can't recall the Trojans ever having the lead since the first basket of the ball game, though. And it's knocked away, and this is Cole Christian coming up with it. Now he'll get it to Browse, who is right there to pick it up. And it's Browse right at midcourt. You see with Tate with him on your screen. Underneath, jumper is going to rim out for Reggie Adams, and the ball is knocked away. It's going back to the Harrisburg Cougars.
And Reggie Adams now checked in for Chambersburg, another player that's new to the Trojans.
And Reggie's a 5'10 junior. And Cougars trying to work it underneath. And now back out it comes to Cole Christian, or excuse me, number 5, Shaquan Anderson-Buds.
And number 15, he's just sitting on the bench. The big guy for Harrisburg, Anthony Johnson, in foul trouble.
And Anthony, the Cougars have played 3 games. Chris Whitaker is averaging 25 a game. Anthony Johnson, 16.3. So there's a great deal of the Cougars' offense. In fact, probably pretty close to 50% of it through the first 3 games. And that's Whitaker. And Whitaker will get it back to Johnson. And now back over it comes. This is Shaquan Anderson-Butts underneath. And underneath again, and for the shot, the reverse layup.
Chris Whitaker again. Good athletic move by him, going around two defenders, laying it off the glass.
3:40 to go. Cougars back on top by 2. And this will be Shupp, and he'll get it into Jacob Browse. And it's Browse. And back over it comes to Cole Christian. Christian works it to Browse. And now underneath, and there's the layup. It's good for Cade Whitfield. Cade now with 8 points on the night. And we're back to a 24-all tie that only lasts for a few seconds. That was who else? Chris Whitaker taking it home.
Yeah, they need to stop him, and the Trojans will be in good shape. He has the bulk of the points for the Cougars.
I have him at 14. Is that? And that's 14 of the 26. Chambersburg down by 2. And we're going to get a foul on the Cougars, I believe.
Yeah, number 2, Tony James. Trojans will go to the free throw line. Cole Christian.
Nazir Johnson, I think. Or no, number 2. You're right. Tony James was his first. And Christian's got the first one. It's a 2-shot foul for Cole.
Again, this could be the Trojans' big strength against the teams, making free throws. I mean,
they've been spot on tonight. The Trojans are 9, 2, 4, 10, 12, 5, 6. I got them 9 out of 12 from the line tonight.
And reading Nate Gottwald's article in the win against Central Dauphin, the players mentioned they had to make 15 free throws, during the practice.
Oh. They have to make them, yeah. I take that back, Mike. They're 9 out of 10 from the foul line. 9 out of 10. And that's the jumper outside. And rebound comes to Chambersburg. And there it goes to Christian underneath with the layup. And Chambersburg has taken the lead on the 2-pointer by Christian, which means they had 10 in a row Friday, so they've made 19 of their last 20 foul shots.
It's not too bad. A lot of NBA teams would take that.
Yes, anytime. And it's off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to the Trojans, and there's a 2-pointer. It's good for Cade Whitfield, who now has 10 points on the night to lead the Trojans. Trojans by 4. They get the ball back. Underneath shot is no good. Cougars rebound. And here comes Harrisburg, and the ball knocked out of bounds by the Trojans.
Yeah, Trojans shaking and baking, getting the rebound, going down court. They finally missed one off the fast break opportunity. Cougars rebounding. And now the only guy really doing something for the Cougars, Chris Whitaker, at the free throw line.
And it's Whitaker there again. We mentioned he already has 14 points tonight. And Chris has 15. As Harrisburg cuts it to a 1-possession game.
As Anthony Johnson, he hasn't played since 6 minutes left in the first. He's just sitting on the bench there.
And Christian getting a breather. You saw Kate Brindle come in. That shot is no good. Trojans have the rebound. And this is Jacob Browse. And Browse, and now underneath it comes. Whitfield to the bucket, no good. Cougars get the rebound. And there's the bounce pass, underhanded layup misses. But there's going to be a foul on the Trojans.
And Cougars with the 3-2 fast break. Good foul there by Jacob Browse. Make them earn the free throws. I mean, they're not shooting lights out as the Trojans are on the free throw line. Let them earn these 2 points.
It'll be a 2-shot foul. That was the 8th team foul for Chambersburg.
There you go. You missed the first one.
And the Cougars are right at the moment 3 out of 6 from the line.
When the Trojans get this ball, take their time. They got a minute 12. Be happy. Get in that locker room with the lead.
And it'll be a 2-point lead for Chambersburg as the foul shot is good. And the Trojans with the ball taking it to their end. And there's a jumper. Cole Christian outside. Shot is no good. And the rebound comes down to the Cougars inside a minute to play. Underhanded layup is good. A foul and a chance for the Cougars to take the lead.
Yeah, Christian was shooting that long three-pointer. Should have passed the ball a little more around. Get time off the clock. The Cougars got the rebound. Who else? Whitaker. Chance for a three-point play. They take the lead.
So it's Chris Whitaker again. And his shot is good. Cougars do have the lead.
And over half the points is by Whitaker.
Teams have not held on to the ball too long without shooting it tonight, Mike.
No.
Yeah.
And it's all about time management. You would think, end this quarter out. Do the old thing I always love. Hold the ball, look at the clock, move the ball around.
That's what I'm expecting. We'll see. And no, it's not going to happen. And that was up and no good, and the Cougars rebound it. Harrisburg takes it the other way. And now outside three-pointer is no good from Christian Ray. But the Cougars have it back. They go to the basket underneath, and Whitaker puts it through. Whitaker now has 17.
I have 20 here officially on the scoreboard.
Oh, 20. Okay, I missed one. Yeah. And it's going to be a foul. Chambersburg will go to the line.
Good job by Whitfield. Stop that clock. Get contact. That's what they got the Cougars in trouble in the first place. Now with bonus situation, cut this lead.
And there's the shot. Trojans now 10 of 11 from the line.
Whitfield having a good first half, 11 points.
And the second one from Whitfield is no good. Cougars with the rebound. They're down to 4 seconds. They got a whistle. Was there a foul at the other end or an injury?
Schreffler got knocked in the face. Boxing out during the free throw. He's still on the ground.
So it's Evan Scheffler. And he appears to be fine.
So Cougars have 4 seconds with the basketball.
They lead it by 2, 33-31. Ball game has been close throughout the first half.
Or excuse me, Trojans the ball, 4 seconds left.
And there to the basket. It's taken away by the Cougars, and that's the way half number 1 ends here in Chambersburg tonight. With the Cougars up by 2 at the end of the half. Harrisburg 33, Chambersburg 31. This is the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on midpenbroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein and Mike Berger back here in Chambersburg. We are at the half, and the Harrisburg Cougars with a slim 33-31 lead over the Chambersburg Trojans. Halftime show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And it has been here in this first half. It's been close throughout. 18-15 was the Harrisburg lead at the end of the first quarter. And as we go here to quarter number two, or quarter number three at halftime, the Cougars with a 33-31 lead.
Yeah, for Harrisburg, it's they got themselves in trouble early on with a lot of fouls. The big guy, Anthony Johnson, had to sit down there midway in the first quarter. Trojans keeping it tough. I would have thought they would have taken more advantage of the bonus situation. I mean, Harrisburg, they were in the bonus in the first quarter. I mean, Chambersburg, every time they got fouled, they would go to the free throw line. But Chambersburg, as far as scoring, Cole Christian with 9 points, Jacob Browse with 4, Cade Brindle with 1, Evan Schreffler with 2, Cade Whitfield, big game thus far. He has 11 points. John Shupp with 3, and by Sean Mincy with 1. For the Cougars, it's been all Chris Whitaker. He has 20 points officially. That's what it says on the scoreboard there. Tony James with 4. Christian Ray with 6. Shaquan Anderson Butts with 3. And Anthony Johnson has 0 points. And for the Trojans, they have to be happy. You're only down by 2 points, but it could have been a lot better, could be a lot worse. But keeping the turnovers is the key. Really, the key for the second half is limit the turnovers and try to figure out the big guy, Chris Whitaker.
10 out of 13 the Trojans were from the foul line in the first half. So, they did, were able to pick up points from the foul line. But I only have the Trojans, Mike, for like 5. There's like 6 two-pointers in that first half. There was 3 3-pointers and the foul shots. that put up the 31 points for the Chambersburg Trojans. We'll be back with more when the Antrim Insurance halftime report continues after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this is a cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school basketball every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Some updates from around the area tonight. Halftime, James Buchanan leads Greencastle by a score of 33-27. On the girls' side at Greencastle, they lead James Buchanan 27-15 at the half. And you could hear the Greencastle boys' game at Mercersburg here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting. That's also on tonight with James Buchanan with that halftime lead. It is also it's Cumberland Valley 38-32. At the end of the third quarter, they're playing State College tonight. And see if we have anything else we can bring you here from around the area. Okay.
Some additional stats, thanks to Ed for Gutwalls as far as shooting. Harrisburg 13 for 24, Chambersburg for 9 for 31. And then as far as turnovers, 3 for Harrisburg, 5 for Chambersburg. And for Harrisburg, still up by 2 though.
Okay, the Cougars lead it by just 2 points. And this halftime report has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg and surrounding areas. And here come the Harrisburg Cougars. And the Cougars will go right to left across your computer screen in the second half tonight. And the rebound comes down to Chambersburg's Cole Christian underneath. Two-pointer is good. It goes in for Jacob Browse. And we've got a tie ball game at 33-33.
Good job by the Trojans. Get the rebound, go down, transition offense, and get the rebound and lay it in.
Underneath, that shot misses, and the second one is up, but there was a foul.
Anthony Johnson's first 2 points already paying dividends for the Cougars. He's basically standing there in the paint getting the ball, and two Trojans around him hacked him, and he has to earn maybe a chance for a three-point play.
So it's Anthony Johnson at the line. And that shot is good. So it'll be a 36-33 halftime lead. And there's the bounce pass, and the Cougars are going to take it away from the Trojans, and it comes, and the layup is good, and the foul, so we have another identical play here, a three-point play possibility for Harrisburg.
Anthony Johnson saying, "You miss me?" Here I come, two straight three-point opportunities, extending the lead to 5.
And that one is no good. It's 38-33.
A little half-court pressure by the Cougars. It looks like 10 seconds.
So it'll be Chambersburg basketball, or Harrisburg basketball, excuse me. Timeout on the court as Harrisburg has built a 5-point lead at 38-33. This is the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
38-33, the Harrisburg Cougars lead it by 5, which may be their biggest of the night, Mike, or close to it.
Yeah, very close to it.
It may have been 5 at one time, but they're back as the underneath. There's the shot, no good. Back off the glass, no good, and out of bounds. And it was knocked out by the Trojans, so the Cougars will retain possession of the basketball.
Crowd quiet here, Gary, tonight.
It has been a quiet one, no question. Underneath, and no, Trojans rebounded. That's Whitfield. And we may be getting
a foul on the Cougars.
It kind of looks like it. And that's their first of the second half, and also the first for Chris Whitaker. He was one Cougar who did not commit a foul in the first half. Maybe the only Cougar in the game who didn't.
Trojans just got to they're having a hard time just getting past the timeline.
They are, and now they do. This is Bashan Mincy, but he travels before the shot. Turnover goes to Harrisburg. Trojans here not looking good to start the second half. Seems like they're out of sync a little bit. And there's the shot, and it's up and in, and it goes down for
Chris Whitaker.
Chris Whitaker again. Is that 22 for Whitaker?
Yes, it is.
So Whitaker leads all scorers with 22. As the Trojans now outside, three-pointer, no good. And the rebound comes down to the Trojans, so they'll get another shot at it. And it's Whitfield trying to get underneath, and now he's just trying to hang on to the ball. Gets it out to Mincy. He puts it up, misses from three-point range, and it's a rebound, Harrisburg, and a foul. And it's going to be on the Trojans.
Yeah, it's a silly foul on Whitfield. And like you said, Trojans out of sync. Cougars are in sync, up by 7. And you got to watch it here, a little run, the way the Cougars are up and run down the court. You could be in a double-digit deficit.
It's critical part of the game. You've got to stop it before it goes too far. The Trojans had an outstanding first half, but they've sputtered the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. And there it becomes a 9-point lead as Whitaker nails it for 24 points now. 24 of the 42, and the Trojans get on the board with the underhanded layup from Cade Whitfield, who has 13 on the night. And the Cougars, then they match it at the other end.
Anthony Johnson, he scored 7 points here, coming back from the foul trouble in the first half.
And the Trojans trying to keep it into single digits. They're down by 9. As you see, with the basketball for Chambersburg is Browse. And Browse now back out to Cole. Left side, this is Mincy. Mincy stops, pumps, shoots, misses. Rebound comes to Harrisburg. They have the ball and a chance to open up a double-digit lead right here. And there is Whitaker. He never misses, does he?
Doesn't seem like it.
And it's an 11-point Cougar lead. I'm losing track. 26?
It's 26 points.
Trojans need a bucket here, and they get it, and they get a big one, a three-pointer. That is Cole Christian, his second three of the night, and for Cole, his 10th of the season. And there is a timeout on the court with the score, Harrisburg 46, Chambersburg 38 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
This is Chambersburg Trojans basketball on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Chambersburg Trojans down by 8 points, 46-38. That was a big three-pointer for the Trojans to cut it to 3. And Chambersburg will travel to Mifflin County on Friday night. Out it comes right side now over top of the circle. That is Anthony Johnson underneath and off the glass. And a two-pointer there.
What do you think,
Whitaker, I shouldn't have even had to look. 28 now for Whitaker, as he is just on fire. And there is a two-pointer and a foul for the Trojans.
Yeah, Jacob Browse there going strong to the hole. Getting contact, just plenty of time in this basketball game. Trojans can cut it to 7.
So it's Browse, who is 5 out of 6 from the line tonight.
And guess what? Whitaker's looks like he's gonna take a break. Now he's just talking to the coach. He's gonna stay in this game.
Sure, the Trojans won't mind if he does take a little breather.
I mean, like, he only has 1 foul, 28 points.
And that is no good. Trojans miss the free throw. So to remain at 8, and the Cougars with the ball. That's Chait, 5'9" senior. Now underneath it comes, and a two-pointer
for Elijah Barrett, all by himself, kind of like an alley-oop, laying it right in.
And the three-point attempt, no. Trojans get their own rebound, have it knocked away. And did Mincy step out?
That's what the official's saying, not to the likes of the crowd.
But it will be Harrisburg basketball and a 10-point lead at 50-40. Harrisburg has caught fire here. They've outscored the Trojans 17-9 in this third quarter.
Yeah, they're just doing everything right. Out rebounding, laying it in off the second, third chance shots.
And that's Johnson doing just that. I didn't have him for any points in the first half, and he has 9 here in the third quarter. And the Cougars open up their largest lead of the night at 12 points, 52-40. And the Trojans desperately need to stop it right here, because it has swelled to 14 points the lead. And the ball taken away by the Cougars. That's Chris Whitaker, and Whitaker loses it out of bounds.
And how can that be still Harrisburg ball?
That would be my question.
He slipped her out of his own hands.
And Sean Scheffler's asking the same thing on the sidelines. Let's take another look at it on our delay here, Mike. And
maybe a couple minutes.
Yeah,
the delay.
How long the delay is, but anyway, it's Cougars basketball. And Harrisburg with a 12-point lead. They do retain possession. Underneath it comes. That shot is no good.
Yeah, it was off his fingertips. I don't know how it could have been. Luckily for Trojans, it didn't capitalize anything. They're going to get the ball back here.
Yeah, but it didn't look like anyone was around him.
Not
Did
at
the
all.
replay show the same thing?
That's what it showed. A little disappointed in the crowd tonight, Gary. I thought it'd be a little more...
Yeah, for a game, this is the game. I mean,
this is the game of the year, really. I mean, Carlisle will be a fun one to watch here at home, but...
Carlisle and Harrisburg, and these two teams have been rivals for years. And off the back of the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to the Harrisburg Cougars, and that's going to be a charge in Chambersburg basketball.
That'll be the fourth foul on number 15.
That's Anthony Johnson.
Excuse me, his third foul. He's not happy at all with the call, but it's clearly a charge.
And now the Trojans down by 12 with 1:04 to go in the third quarter. And they have the ball, and the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. And inbound, it comes underneath, and that shot is good.
By the freshman, Tyler Collier.
So Collier, the big guy, with his first two of the night. And it's down to a 10-point game and also down to 39 seconds. Where did the third quarter go? And there's the follow-up right there. That is Anthony Johnson, who's having a heck of a second half. And the Trojans the other way, they have the ball knocked out of bounds. It should be Chambersburg basketball.
Yeah, Johnson will tell you about the third quarter. He has 11 points.
Yeah, he's dominated this one. And inbound it comes to the Trojans. And a bounce pass back out. That is Reggie Adams. Now they'll work it over. Evan Scheffler. And it's Scheffler as he drives in, and the ball is tapped away, and the Cougars will put it up at the buzzer, and the third quarter is over as the shot is missed, but a very decisive third quarter as the Harrisburg Cougars have built a 12-point lead. It's Harrisburg 54, Chambersburg 42 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Here's the Chambersburg Trojans hoping to get the fourth quarter off to a good start. They were outscored 21-11 in the third quarter. And what was a 2-point halftime deficit has ballooned to 12. And the Trojans need to make a statement early here. As they get it in, that is Collier, and they miss the shot. Rebound comes down to Harrisburg. And the big guy is Anthony Johnson on your screen. He's 6'7". Towers above most everyone on the court. And that's Jabari Tate. Now all the way across court to Chris Whitaker. And he puts it up, no good. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Whitaker came in averaging 25 and hasn't hurt that at all tonight.
And there's another two by Whitaker as the Trojans killing themselves on the offensive boards.
Is that 30 for him? 28,
yes,
30
he has
points.
30 points.
Whitaker, wow. And Harrisburg with their biggest lead of the night, 56-42, as it begins to slip away from the Trojans. But there is 6:44 left. But you got to start making some shots if you're to make a run. And the Scheffler with the ball. Now it's knocked away, and Harrisburg will come away with it. And Johnson again with that big presence, and I think it's going to be a charge. We'll see. No, it's not.
With the body. Collier got rocked. He fell to the ground. His head hit the court. Officiating's been kind of iffy as far as the Trojans.
Outside, and the three-pointer is good. And that was Johnson again.
Number 5, Anderson Butts, they said here in the book.
Oh, number 5, Anderson Butts. Okay, we'll give him the 3. And the Cougars, now with a 17-point lead, they have taken control of this one.
I think Schreffler, he just wants to yell at the official. He's so angry right now. It's one of those calls.
And some of them have been pretty critical calls too. And there we get another foul. I could tell a number of times Sean was not very happy sitting there, Mike.
It might be too little too late now, down 59-42.
And this will be Scheffler at the line. He has 2 points on the night. And the first one is good for Evan. It's a 16-point game. And Evans, a sophomore. And here comes the second shot from Scheffler, and that one misses everything. So it'll be Harrisburg basketball. And the Cougars have the ball stolen down to the basket, and they missed the layup. Such a great play from Scheffler, but then they could not finish it.
Yeah, he missed that free throw badly. Able to get a steal, missed a free throw layup.
And now Harrisburg. And the ball taken away, bounce to the Trojans. Over it comes. Scheffler to the basket, and it's good.
So he got it back.
And there's the pass down court. That's Anthony Johnson in the paint. Turnaround jumper, yes. Anthony Johnson here in the second half, 10, 14, 15 points.
And that was another close call to contact by Harrisburg. They didn't call it.
And the Cougars passing it to Johnson. And I think it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Trojans. So Harrisburg will retain possession of the basketball.
So now they're calling a foul. It'll be a bonus situation. Johnson will be at the free throw line. So the pages have turned now. The Trojans in the bonus, causing the Cougars go to the free throw line.
It's a 16-point lead.
Now they changed. It's going to be knocked out of bounds.
So it won't be a shooting foul.
Now we got a timeout. Everybody don't know what they want.
So there is a timeout on the court. Harrisburg leads it 61-45 on the F&M Trust, a sports network, on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
MidpennBroadcasting.com.
We had a great ball game through the first half, but the Cougars have dominated the entire second half and lead this one by 16 at 61-45. And that's Johnson hanging on to the basketball for Harrisburg, and he'll get it back up top. That is Nazir Johnson. And Johnson will pass it to Anthony. And the shot off the front of the rim, no good. Chambersburg's by Sean Mincy with the rebound, and the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. But Sean Mincy came in averaging 13.2 tonight.
I have him with 1 point.
And 1 point, yeah. So Harrisburg has shut him down. Pass in, Scheffler puts it up, three-point range now. And underneath, it's going to be taken away by the Harrisburg Cougars. And this will be Johnson going to the basket, and he'll draw the foul. Anthony Johnson draws the foul. Cougars ran into, or wait a minute, yeah, it's going to be a charge, offensive foul.
That's his fourth.
Trojans will get it back. Trojans have just 3 points here in the fourth quarter after an 11-point third quarter. And that's not the recipe for defeating the Harrisburg Cougars. Scheffler now back. Mincy, top of the circle. No. Rebound comes down to Anderson Butts. And the Cougars will take it their way.
Another foul on the Trojans. Trojans have lost their mojo from the offense of the first half. Fast break, good shot opportunities, open. Cade Whitfield, who had 11 there in the first half.
And that shot is off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound comes down to the Chambersburg Trojans.
Surprised the Trojans don't have their starting guys in the game. I mean, they're not down by 20. They can make a couple threes or a couple good shots and be right in this thing.
And it's Brindle, and he'll get it back over. Going to the basket there, and missing is Reggie Adams. And Harrisburg comes down with it. And it's going to be, I don't think that one's going to count. No, it's a foul on the Cougars. Chambersburg will take it over. And here is a steal, and going to the basket, and the shot is off the basket, no good. And the rebound comes down to the Trojans. That's Bashan Mincy, and he'll miss it. And it goes back to Harrisburg, and the jumper in the paint is no good. And the rebound comes down to the Cougars. And here's the Cougars again.
Man, more missed opportunities than Pete Rose trying to get back in baseball, Gary. I mean,
right, yeah. And he missed another one, yeah. Don't get me started on that because I think it's ridiculous to tell you the truth.
It just reminded me of that with all these back and forth. I mean, I haven't seen any points the last 2 minutes.
He's more than served his punishment, so yeah. So a 16-point game, what started as an outstanding ball game, as just went awry for the Chambersburg Trojans. And here's the Cougars, and over it comes to Christian Ray, and now to Tate. And that shot is up and no good by Whitaker. And we haven't said that too many times tonight.
No, Mincy, one of the lone starters in this game with the foul. So he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, Whitaker actually got cold here in the fourth. He could have had 40 or more points. I mean, at 30 points.
Well, if you have 30 for the night, you probably have the right to chill a little bit.
Right, true.
And here at the line is Ezekiel Cadet for Chambersburg. And his first one is good. Trojans will hope to get back on the winning track Friday night in Mifflin County. Although this one is not impossible. There's been bigger leads at 14 overcome in 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
But the coach Schreffler must think otherwise. Doesn't have a starting crew in. I mean, he has people, Ezekiel, who hasn't played 1 second in this game, is now in.
And there's the shot that is up and in, and the two-pointer.
By Anthony Johnson. And
how many? Yeah.
He has 15, and Kirk Smallwood, he has his starting crew in.
Yeah, and Chambersburg does not. And
that'd be a great question to ask.
Down by 16, yeah. So the Cougars, and trying to get the steal there was Scheffler. And that's Johnson. And tapped underneath, no good. Rebound comes down to the Chambersburg Trojans. And putting up three-point try is off the rim, no good. And it goes back to the Cougars. Anthony Johnson is going to be is an offensive foul.
Offensive foul, and he's gone.
That is 5 on Johnson. So Anthony had a good second half. Oh, and it just, Godwall's just told
4
us,
offensive fouls.
Yeah, 5 fouls and 4 of them offensive. Yeah. That's a rarity. I mean, when do you see...
Never.
Yeah.
Trojans getting Joel Torres in the game. 6'5" sophomore. So everybody's getting a taste of this action tonight.
And from outside, there's the jumper. It's no good. Rebound for the Trojans, Collier. And it's going to be a foul. And that will send Collier to the line, where he's 2 out of 2 tonight. That Chambersburg, it'll be a 2-shot foul. Harrisburg with 10 fouls. First one is no good. Trojans on the road to Mifflin County on Friday night, and the second one is good. And then they'll be home next Tuesday night to take on the Little Lions of State College, who were winless going into tonight. And you'll be able to watch that one right on Game Time PA next Tuesday night here from Cassius. (63-48), a 15-point lead. Shot goes up. It is no good. And it comes back to the Harrisburg Cougars underneath, and that one misses. Scheffler, rebound Chambersburg, and he'll get it to Cade Brindle. And this is Brindle going to the basket, but he is going to be foul, and he'll go to the...
Looks like an offensive foul they're going to call on Chambersburg. This is an overall sloppy second half for Chambersburg.
It has been. Coda Heckman was charged with that foul. It has not been a good second half. The Trojans have just 17 points here in the second half and just 6 in the fourth quarter. Cougars going to come away with their 4th victory of the year and remain undefeated. Falling to the floor and missing. Follow-up is no good from the Cougars' Tony James. Chambersburg gets it back with 36 seconds to go. And that ball is taken over by the Harrisburg Cougars, and it's going to be another foul called. Offensive foul on the Cougars.
Kirk Smallwood now, he's upset. Both coaches not big fans of the officiating tonight.
No. We've seen it on both ends tonight. You're absolutely right. Shaquan Anderson Buds. And Kirk has probably never seen so many offensive fouls called. And there's the shot underneath. It's good. And that was number 15 of the Trojans, and that is Tyler Collier. Kirk can have a little peace of mind, though, knowing that he's won the ball game by 13. That's the buzzer, and this one is history. What was a good first half for the Trojans turned the other way in the second half, and Harrisburg comes away with a 63-50 victory. Back with the Antrim Insurance postgame show after these messages on the F&M Trust and Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
The Chambersburg Trojans play here. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Back here at Chambersburg Area Senior High School, a 63-50 win for the Harrisburg Cougars. And after a evenly played first half, it was all Harrisburg in the second half. Post-game show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde approached by Chambersburg. They had a good run and gun offense, mixing up on the offensive side, good defense presence, giving Harrisburg a bunch of fits there in the first half. But then, and don't count out the bonus situation, Harrisburg a lot of foul trouble there early on. And then all of a sudden, halftime occurred. Harrisburg just got going. I mean, Anthony Johnson, he had no points in the first half, and he had 15 points in the contest. So this is a great job by him to really step up. That's really the 1-2 punch for Harrisburg. He gets going, and then you have the outside presence by Whitaker. He can shoot outside. He's athletic. He can go coast to coast. He can score points at will. They have a good squad, and for Schreffler, we were talking about, it's kind of questionable what happened there in the second half. He didn't really get his main guys attacking there in the second half. They sat on the bench. A lot of the guys' second squad was in through the bulk of the second half. And Chambersburg will definitely play Harrisburg again this year in Harrisburg, and we'll see what kind of adjustments will be made.
It was. I mean, this was a game that was in reach for the Trojans throughout the first half, and they'll be back in Harrisburg on the 19th of January. That's when they will play once again the Harrisburg Cougars. So we'll see how it turns out then. Very confident a little bit through the first half, Mike, that Chambersburg was going to possibly pull one out here tonight the way they played in that first half. So.
Yeah, I mean, the free throws, I think, are a huge strength for Chambersburg. Excellent free throw shooting team. They knew Harrisburg's very aggressive. Get them in foul trouble. They go to the free throw line. They kept it right in that contest. Even at one point had a 1-point lead. I know Chambersburg did. But this second half, it just got out of that type of game. Harrisburg was just clicking all cylinders on both sides of the court.
And you want to run down the scoring there?
For the Chambersburg Trojans, Cole Christian with 12. Brady Hunt actually did not play tonight. He's one of the guys that plays a lot of minutes tonight. He was not in the contest. Jacob Browse with 8. Cade Brendel of 1. Tyler Collier with 5. Ezekiel Cadet came in a couple minutes of the end of the game. He had 2. Evan Schreffler with 5. Cade Whitfield had 11 points in the first half, only 2 in the second half. He didn't play it hardly at all there in the second half. Finished with 13. John Shupp, quiet evening, 3 points. Bashan Mincy, really quiet, 1 point. He's the leading scorer for the Trojans coming in the contest. As far as the Cougars, it's basically just 2 guys you want to talk about. Chris Whitaker, 30. Anthony Johnson, 15. All 15 in the second half.
And that's 45 of the 63 points on the board for the Cougars. Chambersburg will play Mifflin County Friday night. They'll be back home next Tuesday night, take on the Little Lions of State College, and we'll have that for you on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. Operating the camera tonight, Darby Sells. For Mike Berger, I'm Gary Clyde. Thanks for joining us. Tonight's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Waste management, environmentally friendly technologies, and advanced innovations. Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And by Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Again, tonight's final score, Harrisburg 63, Chambersburg 50. Good night, everybody.